Hi everyone. Today we will discuss about the census and sampling method. Census method is the process of the statistical list where all members of the population are analyzed. A population relates to the set of all observations under concern. For instance, if you want to carry out a study to find out students' feedback about the amenities of your school, all the students of your school would form a component of the population for your study. Sample method. A sampling method is a process for choosing sample members from a population. Three common sampling methods are simple random sampling, stratified sampling, cluster sampling. Description of census method. A statistical investigation in which the data are collected for each and every element or unit of the population. It is termed as census method. It is also known as complete enumeration or 100% enumeration or complete survey. Useful in case interviews study is required or the area is limited. For example, demographic data on birth and death rate, literacy, workforce, life expectancy, size and composition of a population. In the census method, we resort to 100% inspection of the population and enumerated each and every unit of the population. The census method has its obvious limitation and drawbacks. Later we will study about this. Merits. It provides intensive and in-depth information covering many facets of the problem. For example, in a population census, not only the number of persons is counted, but the information is also collected on various other parameters like the number of males and females, age, education, marital status, occupational level, income, health, condition, etc. Results are more accurate and reliable. Since in this type of investigation, every item of the universe is taken into account, the conclusions are more accurate and reliable. So each and everything having demerits with merits. Census method is recommended in the following situations. Costly method, needs more time and manpower, not suitable for the large population. Since the data are obtained for or from each and every unit of the population, it is a very expensive method of investigation, especially in case of large size of the population. Since a large volume of data is to be collected, more time and manpower is required for its collection, analysis and interpretation. This method is meaningless in case of an infinite universe where the number of atoms is unlimited. So if the information is required about each and every unit of the population, there is no way but to resort to 100% enumeration. Description of sampling method. The sampling method is the one in which only some of the representative atom of the population are selected and data are collected from these. Instead of collecting information for n from all the units of population, we select a sample that is only a few atoms of the population. Conclusion derived from the small sample are generalized for the whole population. So, a finite subjects of the population selected from it with the objective of investigating its properties is called a sample, and the number of units in the sample is known as the sample size. Sampling is a tool which enables us to draw conclusions about the characteristics. Of the population after the main objective of the sampling theory are to obtain the optimum result, maximum information about the characteristics of the population with the available sources at our disposal in terms of time, money and manpower by studying the sample values only. Merits of sampling method. Low cost. It is more economical than the census method, as the task of collection and analysis of data is limited only to a small sample, that is a few units of population. Quick result. In this method, only a few units are analyzed, so we get quick result. Indispensable or greater scope. Sampling becomes indispensable where census method is impartible. For example, if the life of the bulb is to be tested by the manufacturer, if the quality of nut bolt is to be tested, if blood test is to be carried out, if the quality of print is to be tested while printing books. So it is a less time, reduced cost of inquiry, administrative convenience, greater scope. These are the merits of sampling method. Scientific approach, roll up. Scientific approach. Sampling method is more scientific than the census method, as it is possible to determine the extent of reliability of its result. Due to the small size of the sample, it is possible to cross-check the data to test the reliability. Helpful in checking census result. Due to scientific nature, sampling method can be used to cross-check the results of the census method. The sample is drawn in a scientific manner. The appropriate sampling design is used. The sample size is adequate. But unfortunately, demerits of sampling method with merits. Difficult to achieve 100% accuracy. Bias in the selection of sample. The conclusion of the sampling method are based only on the result of a few atoms taken from the whole population. So these may not be 100% correct. Bias in the selection of sample. If the investigator is biased, then he might select sample deliberately. In such cases, the selected sample may not be the best representative of population. If a sample survey is not properly planned, the result obtained will not be reliable and quite often might even be misleading. An efficient sampling scheme requires the service of qualified, skilled, and experienced person and more sophisticated equipment and statistical technique for the planning and execution of the survey and for the collection, processing and analysis of the sample data. In the absence of these, the result of the survey may not be reliable. Sometimes the sample survey might require more time, money, and labor than a complete census. Sampling procedure cannot be used if we want to obtain information about each and every unit of the population. So, these are the demerits of sampling method. Difficult to select a sample having all the characteristics of the population. In practice, it is very difficult to obtain a sample which truly represents the population. A sample may not have all the characteristics of the population. The need for a specialized knowledge and training, that is must. It is a special technique and beyond the capability of every person. Its use requires specialized knowledge and training. Okay. Types of sampling method. There are mainly two types of sampling method: random sampling and second one non-random sampling. Random sampling is distributed in four parts: unrestricted sampling, restricted sampling or stratified sampling, systematic sampling, cluster sampling. Non-random sampling types: judgment sampling, quota sampling, convenience sampling. So now, what is the random sampling? Random sampling method refers to a method in which every atom in the universe has an equal chance of being selected. Random sampling is known as probability sampling or representative sampling. There is no room for discrimination in random sampling. Merits of random sampling. Following are the merits of random sampling: no personal bias Selection of various atoms in the sample remains free from the personal bias of the investigator. Based on probability, due to the random character of the sample, the rules of probability are applicable. Increasingly representative of the population. As the size of a random sample increases, it becomes more and more representative of the population. Accuracy can be assessed. The accuracy can be assessed with the help of the magnitude of sampling error. Demerits of random sampling. Following some of the demerits of random sampling: not suitable for small samples. It may not reflect the true characteristics of the population if the sample is small. Difficult to prepare sampling frame. The selection of the random sample requires the preparation of a sampling frame, which may be difficult for a large on an infinite population. Types of random sampling. Simple random sampling or unrestricted random sampling. A simple random sample is one in which every atom of the population has an equal chance of being selected. This method is also known as unrestricted random sampling. Instead of investigator, process used decide the chances of selection of an atom. Under this type of random sampling, samples are selected by using the following two methods, that is lottery method and table of random numbers. So simple random sampling is the technique in which sample is so drawn that each and every unit in the population has an equal and independent chance of being included in the sample. If the unit selected in any draw is not replaced in the population before making the next draw, is not replaced in the population before making in the next draw, then it is known as simple random sampling without replacement. And if it is replaced back before making the next draw, then the sampling plan is called simple random sampling with replacement. A very important and interesting feature of simple random sampling without replacement is that population at any given draw is equal to the probability of its being selected at the first draw. This implies that in this case, from a population of size n, the probability that any sampling unit is included in the sample. Restricted or stratified random sampling. In this case of heterogeneous population, when samples are selected randomly but under certain restrictions, it is termed as restricted random sampling. It involves the personal attention of the investigator while selecting a sample. It is not purely random. Important method under this category are stratified random sampling, systematic sampling, and cluster or multi-stage sampling. Types of restricted or stratified random sampling. In this method, the universe of the entire population is divided into strata, that is a number of homogeneous groups, and then from each stratum on group, certain numbers of items are taken at random. For example, in a class of 40 students, to select two monitors randomly. First of all, students are divided into two homogeneous groups, that is boys and girls, and then they are one each is selected from them randomly. When the population is heterogeneous with respect to the variable or characteristic under study, then the technique of stratified random sampling is used to obtain more efficient result. Stratification means division into layers of group. The criterion used for the stratification of the universe into various strata is known as stratifying factor. In general, geographical, sociological or economic characteristics from the basis of stratification of the given population. Some of the commonly used stratifying factors are age, sex, income, occupation, educational level, geographical area, economic status, etc. In many fields of highly skewed distribution, stratification is very effective and valuable tool. Merits and demerits of stratifying. Sample merits. Sample taken is more representative of the universe. It is easier to organize and administer because the universe is subdivided. It ensures greater accuracy because each group contains uniform atom. Demerits. Not possible if information about the population or strata is not available. If stratification is not done properly, the purpose will not be served. Systematic sampling. It is known as Cauchy random sampling. Under this method, the whole population is arranged alphabetically or geographically or numerically or in some other systematic order. Then every nth atom is selected as a sample atom, where n stands for any number of names. Like every even atom or every third, fourth, fifth atom. For better result, a list of atoms should be fully random and the first atom should be selected using simple random sampling method. So simple random sampling is the technique in which sample is drawn to each and every unit in the population has an equal or independent chance of being included in sample. Okay. Merits and demerits. It is a very simple method and generally results are satisfactory. Rechecking can be done quickly. Same time and efforts. Demerits possible only if the complete list of atoms is available. Feasible only if units are systematically arranged. Chances of bias are there. Merits and demerits of systematic sampling. Systematic sampling is slight variation of the simple random sampling in which only the first sample that is selected at random as the remaining units and automatically selected in a definite sequence at equal spacing from one another. This technique of drawing sample is usually recommended if the complete and up-to-date list of the sampling unit. The frame is available and the units are arranged in some systematic order such as alphabetical, chronological, geographical order. This requires the sampling unit in the population to be ordered in such a way that each atom in the population is uniquely identified by its order. For example, the names of persons in a telephone directory, the list of voters, etc. Merits: it is very simple method and generally results are satisfactory. Rechecking can be done quickly, same time and effort. Demerits: possible only if the complete list of atoms is available. Feasible only if units are systematically arranged. Chances of bias are there. Cluster and multi-stage sampling. It involves the procedure of dividing the large population into groups called cluster and drawing a sample of cluster to represent the population. It is carried out in multiple stages, say 2, 3 or 4 stages. In the first stage, the universe is divided into many clusters from which certain clusters are selected at random as the first stage sample. In the second stage, the selected first stage sample are again subdivided into some clusters from which again certain clusters are selected at random as the second stage samples. In third stage, the selected second stage samples are again subdivided into some clusters from which certain clusters are again selected at random as the third stage sample. So, process of division and subdivision of cluster and selection of multi-stage samples is carried out until the sample size is reduced to a reasonable extent. So, in this case, the total population is divided depending on problem under study into some recognizable subdivisions which are termed as cluster, and a simple random sample of this cluster is drawn. For example, if we are interested in obtaining the income or opinion data in a city, the whole city may be divided into n different blocks or localities which determine the cluster, and a simple random sample of n blocks is drawn. The individual in the selected block determine the cluster sample. So, as the name suggests, multi-stage sampling refers to a sampling technique which is carried out in the various stages, like the first, second, third, fourth. Merits and demerits of cluster sampling. Merits: very helpful in large scale surveys. It represents the population with reasonable accuracy. It saves time and money. Demerit: division of population into cluster and subcluster is quite a difficult task. The investigator needs to have detailed knowledge about the universe, expertise in division and selection of cluster. Non-random sampling. Non-random sampling is one in which all the atoms of the universe do not have equal chances of being selected. Investigator selects sample on the basis of convenience or his judgment rather than on the basis of probability. Types of non-random sampling. Judgment sampling. Under this method, the choice of sample atoms depend exclusively on the judgment of the investigator. on the basis of his own choice that tries to select the best representative of the whole population. It is also known as purposive and deliberate sampling. For example, if a music teacher has to select 5 students from his school for participation in inter-school competition, she cannot use random sampling method. In this case, she will use her own judgment to select those 5 students from a big lot. Merits and demerits of judgment sampling. Merits: useful where the personal judgment of the investigator is important, where the small size sample is to be drawn, where some characteristics are to be observed in detail. Demerits: not based on probability, it doesn't guarantee accuracy. Selection of atom may be affected by personal bias or prejudice. Quota sampling. Under this method, the atom of population are subdivided. Quota sampling. Under this method, the atom of the population are subdivided into various groups, and then a quota, number of atoms to be selected from each subgroup, is fixed. But within the given quota, selection of sample units depend upon the personal judgment of the investigator. So this is a kind of judgment sampling only. For example, in a survey of Reliance Jio network users, the interviewers may be told to interview 100 people living in a certain area. Out of those 100, 60% of the interview are to be working people, 30% should be students, and others to be 10%. Within these quotas, the interviewer is free to select the people to be interviewed. So, quota sampling may be looked as a special form of stratified sampling. In this method, the investigator is told in advance the number of the sample units he is to examine or enumerate from the stratum assigned to him. In the language of stratified sampling, the quota of the unit of to be examined by the investigator from the stratum assigned to him is fixed for each investigator. The sampling quota may be fixed according to some specified characteristics such as income group, sex, occupation, political or religious affiliation, etc. The choice of the particular unit or individuals for investigation is left to the investigator themselves. Merits and demerits of quota sampling. Merits: provides satisfactory result if quota are allotted objective. Each part of the population get representation. Satisfactory result are expected. Demerits: this method is subject to personal bias. Prove useful only if interviewer are properly trained. Convenience sampling. Convenience sampling. Under this method, while selecting the sample units, the investigator gives special attention to his convenience. For example, to estimate the average height of an Indian. The investigator belonging to Delhi, suppose, can take a convenience sample from the Delhi state only and estimate the average height of an Indian. This method of selecting the sample is also called chunk. Merits and demerits of convenience sample. Merits: useful when the universe is not properly defined. The economy of time, money and effort can be saved. Demerits: sample items may not truly represent the universe. Result obtained are often less reliable. Thank you.